Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome back to the Man Stuff Shop. Hope everybody's doing well. Got a little different today. Uh, I'm always doing knife videos and food videos, and I do a little bit of everything. And when I'm going to the flea market and yard sales and stuff, I don't just buy knives. I buy tools and stuff too. And I don't know why, but I don't know. I always just push them to the side, and I have a couple times, but I usually don't show when I pick up these older tools and stuff. And I thought, well, today I'm going to do that. These are some stuff that I've picked up. It's been a few months since I picked them up, but they are, flea market finds and yard sale finds nonetheless. And I thought that I would just get in here and show you. I got 4 items I want to show you today, and if you will, y'all hang on to right toward the end, because I got something that I want to share when I get ready to close this video out. There's been a little bit of a challenge put out there, and I'm going to participate in this challenge. I must admit that a lot of challenges has been going around, and I really hadn't participated in them just for one reason or another. But this challenge was just put out earlier today. And as a matter of fact, I watched the whole video, but I purposely have not commented on his video, because I don't want to comment on his video, because I want to tag him in this video as well, and he'll figure it out, and you all will figure it out. So I'm gonna turn it down here on the table, and I'm gonna show y'all a few items that I've picked up in the past few months. Let's get right with it. So what we're gonna do is, not that tape ain't one of them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start right out with this one. This is a Craftsman teardrop ratchet 3/8 drive, and you see right there, beautiful Craftsman. This is in really good shape. This is the shape that I got it in. These ratchets are rebuildable. You can actually get the parts and you can rebuild these ratchets if need be, and you can send them back, but you can order parts to rebuild them. This is called the quick release with the button on it right there. Make sure I ain't got nothing in the way. But there's something I want to talk about, is this right here. It says on this side, it says USA VS 44808 right there. And I did not realize, I was doing a little bit of reading, and I don't know when this take place. I don't know when they started doing this, but Craftsman is now making some of their tools in China and Taiwan. Imagine that. Can you believe that? Yeah, they are. And I want to explain to y'all, be on the lookout, because I don't know if it says China or Taiwan on it. But what it will say right here, where it says the VS 44808, if it's made in China and Taiwan, it's going to say CMMT 44808. That much I know. And like I said, I don't know when the transition had taken place, when they started making them in China and Taiwan. Unfortunate, it's just more and more and more of the iconic American brands, just more and more are doing this. I'm not going to get deep into, bashing or anything like that. I'm just putting out what little bit of information I've learned. But I picked this one up. I didn't have one like this, and normally I prefer the snap-on ratchets because they're round. But this is one heavy duty hoss right here, and I didn't have one, and I got it for a song, so I just went ahead and picked it up, and just proud to have it in my tool collection. This one actually rides in my tool roll that stays in the automobile with me. So that's where we at on that one right there. This is a Husky, which is a Home Depot brand. Pretty good stuff. I would bet money that I don't have. They're probably not made in the USA, but the reason I wanted it and got it is because it has 4 bits. Now, it needs to be cleaned. I got to clean it right here and get that little bit of rust off of it where it goes in and out of the handle better. But on one end, it has the smaller Phillips and straight. And what I like about it, it's got that little detent ball right there that holds it in place really, really good. And then on the other end, it has the larger Phillips and straight bit. This is one handy screwdriver right here. I like carrying this one in my tool roll in the vehicle because, you know, you got 4 screwdrivers in one and you don't have to carry 4 screwdrivers. That just makes sense. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure where the Husky brand is made. I'm not going to get into that, but I do like a lot of the Husky product it puts out. So I really like that one right there. That's been really, really good. Y'all excuse me, and let me get a little bit of drink right here of today and most every day's sponsor of the MANSTUFF channel. That's just a joke. I ain't got no real sponsors. Believe me, they don't sponsor me because I buy them. Now right here what I have is a couple of thumb wrenches. I'm going to save this one for last. A lot of people call them adjustable wrench. Some people, especially here in the South, they call them crescent wrenches. But they're not crescent wrenches because crescent is a brand. That's just a slang. I grew up knowing them and calling them thumb wrench. And for the very reason that's what you use to adjust the wrench is your thumb. This one is a Fuller chrome alloy number 6. Now this one's not been cleaned up. What I did do is I used this wire brush and that's usually about all I'll do to them is I'll use that wire brush, and that's about all I really do to them because I just use them, you know what I mean? So I do that, then I oil them up and everything is a-okay. But this is a number 6, which means it's 6 inches overall. And it's a Fuller. Fuller been around for a long time. This one is, get it up there where we can see it. Right here, it's hard to tell the way it's forged, but this one is made in Japan. And I do not have the age of this, y'all. I didn't really get into all of that to have that for you. But this one right here is very, very, very kind of special. I don't have all the history of these, but they go way, way, way back. And this is, I wanted to do that right on the camera where y'all could see it. This is an 8-inch Dunlap. Look at that, an 8-inch Dunlap. Right here it says dependable quality 8-inch, and it says Dunlap. Now Dunlap is a USA company, and back in the day, they actually, I'm gonna get this up here where y'all can see me. Actually, back in the day, Dunlap made power tools, and they made saws, drills, circular saws, sanders, and the casing on them, and the reason I know this is because Daddy had several of them. And the casing on them was not like a newer saw. There's all this plastic and stuff. They were all metal. Heavy, and they were metal. The first circular saw I ever run in my life, the first 3/8 drive electric drill motor that I ever used, were both Dunlaps that Daddy had. And back in the day, if you don't know this, and if you're not into tools or you're not my age and older, Dunlap was Sears and Roebuck. Back when it was Sears and Roebuck, Dunlap was their house brand before Craftsman came along. Food for thought there. Little information. Yeah, Dunlap, and like I said, I don't have all the history on it, and I don't really get into all of that. The reason I wanted to talk about the history on this was I didn't realize that they were making these in China and Taiwan now, and that's the reason I wanted to put that in the video. But I do know that these old Dunlap are Dunlop, or some people call it, some people pronounce it Dunlop, but it's Dunlap. It's an A there, whether you like it or not. But it's these were Sears and Roebuck. That was their house brand before Craftsman. Now, and I do not know, I don't have the history, and you're more than welcome to go look it up of when that changed over. I don't know, but I know that they were still around. When my daddy was younger and buying up tools and stuff, and those were just really, really great tools. Unfortunately, when Daddy passed on, I didn't get to inherit those for reasons that don't matter. But I know for a fact he still had a lot of that stuff. Hadn't been used in years because over time, he went to the Skil brand and the Black & Decker, and then after years come Makita and all that. It's just easier to handle, better, faster, but Daddy didn't get rid of nothing, so he still had all that old stuff. Daddy even had an entire set of combination hand wrenches from very, very small up to like 1.25 inches of J.C. Penney branded tools. I remember those just like it was yesterday. Yes, that's right. Back in the day, you could go to J.C. Penney just like Sears and many other places, and you could pick up brand tools. Now, who made those tools, I don't know. His main tool that it seemed like he had the most of was he had a pile of SK tools. Look them up. They jam up in jelly tight tools. I think pretty much all of his sockets and ratchets and pull handles and such as that were SK. And like I said, I regret and very saddened that I wasn't able to get those. But anyway, there we go, right there. Now, one other thing I was going to show you real quick. I've had these for a long time. You probably see them back there, and that's these old hammers, these old hand drills. These are like, I think these are 2 pounds, and this is a 6 pound. And this one is a K-head made in Japan, and it's a 6 pound. And you see, I put a shorter handle in it. The handle on this one is 16.5-inch handle, and you'd be surprised how handy that is. And this one, I just brought it in here, but this one actually stays in my truck for when I'm pulling my trailer, or if I'm, anything. I just have a hammer in my truck, and this is the one. I got one, I don't know if you've ever seen this one. It stays laying up there. But this is a little ball peen hammer that I picked up probably a couple of years ago, and the handle was messed up. I pulled the handle out and put the handle back in, sanded it all down, and put this coat of red paint on it just to doll it up a little bit. I do some of that. Reason I'm doing this video is to see if you guys like it. If you are interested in videos like this where I do when I pick up tools and other antiques, from time to time I'll pick up Petroliana, gas station memorabilia. I like the old 1 quart oil cans and stuff like that. If that's something you're interested in, I can include that in my flea market finds. Don't know why I hadn't already been doing that, but I just always stayed with the knives. And to be quite honest with you, as of late, I really hadn't been buying as many knives as I used to. I've been doing a lot of trading and just kind of messing around in different directions and all that. Now, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much if you watched this video. If you stayed this long, I'm going to talk to you about this little challenge. Big Jim over at the Barlow Brigade done a video today, and he challenged YouTubers, mainly the knife community or whatever, to call out, make mention on some of our videos as we go along, to go all the way back to the beginning and call out our early subscribers and supporters. Now, I'm hastened because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or miss somebody. But I am going to try to shout out a couple on each video as I go forward doing my videos. And I think it's a good thing. I always group it in and tell everybody thanks, but I think it's a good thing to actually call them out by name. And I'm going to today on this episode, the first two that I'm going to call out, one of them I'm going to call out literally started YouTube the same week I did. I mean, he might have even started a few days before I did, but right in that same week to 2 week period of time, we started at the same time. And he has become a dear friend of mine, all the time horse trading, all the time. He helps me find knives, got an awesome channel. You're talking about an old soul. When you start talking about modern knives, he just cringes. He just cringes. He gets all tore up. He's an old soul. He loves old pocket knives, and that's just all he's about. That's it. And I'm talking about Brother Kalen over at the Gunslinger Cow channel. We started out when both of us were doing nothing but shorts. He'd do a short, and I'd see he done one, I'd do one. Was basically doing shorts about every day for quite a while before we started doing long forms. And I just want to shout him out, and he's always been a supporter and has become a great friend. And number two that I'm going to shout out, I think he jumped on when I was about 12 or 15 subscribers. Now, he's actually started his YouTube channel like May, before I started in late August. So when I started, he was already like over a couple hundred subscribers, maybe, or real close to it anyway. And I've always said he is the king of short videos. He is the king of it, and you can't dispute it. If you know his channel, you cannot dispute it. He always has the proper lighting. He's always got the right kind of song. And that's my buddy Andrew over at Baxter's Blade, the Tired Tiger. And both of those guys, we used to be on live shows together, and it's been a great journey. So that's the two that I'm going to shout out today. Thank y'all so much for joining me on my video today. I drink and salute to all of you. And I always salute because I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hope to see y'all real soon on another video.